welcome to MSDSC TV. Now guys, we have just finished playing Plymouth in the 4th round of the FA Cup and it ended Chelsea 2, Plymouth 1. Wow. That's all I can say, wow. That was stressful, wasn't it? What a relief we got the win. Wow, honestly, what a long game. That was very intense. I'm just glad we've got the job done and we're through to the next round. That's what matters. Yeah. Now, first things first, I wish Thomas Tuchel a speedy recovery. Obviously, he's tested positive with COVID, which is just devastating. I'm gutted for him. And I hope he has a speedy recovery. Get well soon, Thomas Tuchel. I feel like obviously he was able to communicate with the team during the game and everything, but he wasn't there, and I feel like that does change things. It does have an impact. Yeah, and he'll be absolutely delighted we got the win, don't get me wrong, but it does change things. It does cause a bit of unsettlement, you know, and I'm gutted for him. He would be frustrated probably himself because he'd want to be there on the sidelines communicating with the team, and he wasn't able to do that, which was devastating. Obviously he could communicate but not on the sidelines, so I am really gutted for him. But we got the win and he did it. The players did him proud today, so I'm sure we'll be absolutely delighted with that. But obviously it was a negative for us and for Thomas Tuchel because obviously you can't communicate with your team the same, so we would be gutted and it would have probably affected the team a little bit, you know. It was really stressful. I think there is a lot to talk about on the back of that game. I just felt like it wasn't Lukaku's day today. It just really wasn't. I think he really struggled, and I don't know whether it's lack of confidence or tiredness. I don't know what it is. I know we've just had a break, but even still, the players would have probably been so burnt out after that game against Tottenham and all the games before, and having a break for what? A week or so, it's not going to make that much of a difference, is it really? And then obviously coming back, he's probably absolutely exhausted still. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned about Lukaku because I just want things to go right for him, and I feel like everyone is going to start getting on his back soon, saying Lukaku, this isn't good enough. And like you can already see it on Twitter. Like I've just scrolled down my Twitter newsfeed then, and everyone's saying, oh, Lukaku was dreadful today and all this, and it is really disappointing because we just want him to be amazing and to be scoring lots of goals. And I feel like fans can be quick to turn against players, especially on the back of what happened with Lukaku, with all the comments and stuff. He wants to prove himself, but yeah, he's not coming out and scoring goals like we expect. And that's the issue. Like, Chelsea fans are obviously still upset about that comment made by him. And then obviously to come out playing like he is and not necessarily to his full potential, it'll be disappointing fans. So that's a really tricky situation, but we've just got to get behind the team and the players and hope Lukaku is scoring again soon. Obviously, let's talk about the first half. 8 minutes in, obviously Plymouth scored. I knew we were going to concede today. I said it in my preview yesterday. Plymouth were always going to show up today. They were coming to Stamford Bridge. It's the FA Cup. They'd want to get a result, you know. They would want to go for it and give it everything they got. And they really did. All credit to them today. They were absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure their fans will be pretty happy, you know. I mean, we only beat them 2-1. It wasn't exactly like 4-0 or something, was it? So I'm sure their fans would be really happy with that performance anyways. Maybe not the outcome necessarily because they didn't win, but they'll be happy with the performance, I'm sure, because their team put everything into it today, so well done to them. But as I said, obviously they went 1-0 up 8 minutes in, and that was really disappointing for us. I mean, the minute that happened, I just thought, is today going to be our day? Like, are we going to lose this? After what we saw last night as well, like, you can see in the FA Cup anything can happen. Well, anything can happen in football anyways, but especially when we saw the game we did last night, anything can happen. And I just thought, it's not going to be Chelsea next, is it? But it wasn't, luckily. Obviously, Chelsea players kept having chances in the first half. Obviously, Kovacic and Hakeem did. But it just wasn't meant to be. But obviously, 41 minutes in, Azpilicueta scored a beautiful goal. Azpilicueta, we'll just call you Dave. Obviously, it was 1-1. Yeah, what a performance from him today. He was my man of the match. Absolutely fantastic performance from him. He put 100% in. He was brilliant. And at half time, it was obviously 1-1. I was a little bit concerned going into the second half, not going to lie, because we could see how good Plymouth were, and they were showed up today and we just put the all into it. And I thought they're going to test us. They're going to give us a really difficult second half, aren't they? And they did for sure. And obviously it ended 1-1, and then it went into extra time. Now, I wasn't best pleased about that because I just wish we'd closed the game down earlier, even though it was a really difficult game and Plymouth showed up. I just wish we closed it down earlier. Also, do we really need them extra minutes, risking injuries? And obviously we've got the Club World Cup next Wednesday, and obviously the players have got to prepare for that, and they'll be going over there and everything early. So I was a bit concerned. I just thought, no, today it's just not going our way, you know. And I was really frustrated when it went to extra time, and I just thought, you know what, Plymouth could easily win this. Obviously 106 minutes in, Alonso scored a brilliant goal. I was buzzing. I was just absolutely buzzing. You know something, I want to see us play good football. I want us to win. I want us to be confident. I want to see a good display. I want 100% effort from all players and good team performances. But sometimes you've just got to say it doesn't matter how we win, as long as we win. And it's that kind of game today. We've had a break. Things weren't 100% before the break anyways. So yeah, I mean, we beat Tottenham, obviously, but just reminding you guys of that. But before that, things weren't great. So, and then we had a break. But all in all, I was a bit worried about today because we've had that period of time off, and it does make a difference. You can see that on the pitch now. They're maybe not 100% up to speed. Some people say a break's what they need, and then other people say, yeah, but it doesn't keep the momentum going and you slacken off a little bit. So it's like when you have time off or anything like that, you don't go back 100%, you know, because yeah, it refreshes you a little bit, but you also feel a little bit out of it as well because you haven't played for ages. So yeah, I know the players have been training and probably working really hard in training, but nonetheless it was always going to be difficult. And obviously there's unsettlement in the team sometimes, injuries, Thomas Tuchel's got COVID, lots of things going on, and so extra time wasn't ideal, but we did get the job done in the end. But the players are going to be exhausted after that. We just made it really hard work for ourselves, but nonetheless we're into the next round, and that's what matters really, isn't it? Let's be honest. So yeah, roll on the next round. I can't wait for the next game. Now guys, next week we've got the Club World Cup coming up. Obviously 4:30 next Wednesday, so I'm really looking forward to that. The games are coming thick and fast again. We have no breaks. I know there's been a break, but then the games are so thick and fast, 2 a week, that you forget we even had a break. But yeah, guys, I'm buzzing with today's result. In the end, obviously Kepa, amazing. Obviously, oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, they had a penalty, didn't they? Kepa, amazing. One word, Kepa. That's what I said on Twitter. He was fantastic today. But as I said, Azpilicueta was my man of the match. But yeah, Plymouth had that penalty. They'd been gutted that they missed that, wouldn't they? Because that could have been a chance for them. But nonetheless, unlucky for Plymouth, obviously. They did really well. But we're into the next round. And see you all next week for my Club World Cup content. I will be doing previews and reviews for that. So stay tuned. Love you all. Roll on the next games. We're into the next round. It's the magic of the cup. Up the Chels. Thanks.